Good evening, everybody. Welcome to my garden kitchen, David's Garden Kitchen. I am your chef for the day. We're going to be making salmon cakes and cuke salad, $5 for 5 meals. And we've got our little betta fish here. Everybody loves the betta fish. We're going to see if we can activate him. I've got him trained to follow the shaking food container. Here he is. Okay, we're going to get him to eat. You got to watch him eat right there. Boom, you got him. He got it, he nailed it. You see how they bite it? They go after that food because that's really important to them, eating. Food is important. You didn't realize that? Some of you Holocaust deniers believe somehow that the Nazis were doing all the Jewish people a favor by putting them in concentration camps and giving them typhus. And you Holocaust deniers are running your mouth off in our show every night. And I wish you would just stop that, because we have a bigger battle to deal with the Zionist threat here in America than to run around trying to revise history. So let's just not bring up Holocaust events tonight. That'd be great. Let's move over to the kitchen area. We're leaving the garden area. And we're going over to the kitchen area. There we go. Okay, the first order of business today is making toast. Yeah. We're going to make some toast here in our GE toaster of tomorrow. All right. No, I'm not advertising Maxwell House. That was just some coffee somebody picked up that we got on sale for $1. Makes lots of decaffeinated coffee. Not that I drink that, but in case we ever have anybody who wants decaffeinated coffee, we have it. Okay, the big moment here. We're going to take the toast, 2 pieces of toast, and this is non-GMO, by the way. Organic, non-GMO, 24C. You can use any toast. Depends on whether you want to buy really fancy toast. Your choice. And you push the toaster down. You depress it. This is how you use a toaster. Oh, first you got to plug it in there. There you go. For safety purposes. Get those toasts in there. Don't put your fingers in the toaster. You don't want to do that. Hey, today I picked up some Italian parsley from my garden. I'm going to put that in there. Again, you can put dry parsley in this mix if you want. It's up to you. You don't even need parsley. I'm going to use a green pepper, which I picked up for 50 cents from Mexico. Low radiation pepper. And got a couple eggs going in here for 10 cents a piece. You should be able to get a dozen eggs for about $1.20. Got a couple of pieces of celery, which we're going to pull the spines off of those celery. Got a 20-cent onion here that's organic, yellow onion. And I've got a nice, almost 2/3 of a cuke, which is, it's about an 8-inch cuke, And these things sell for $1 now. They're English cucumbers, seedless cucumbers. So we're going to add that to the meal. The big expense today was something I picked up in 2012. Which was pink salmon I got at Walmart. You can get these for about $2.49 a can. Okay, we're going to need a container to cook this in while the toast is cooking. All right. We're going to be pan frying these salmon cakes. I know I talked about a salmon loaf, but I thought it'd be more fun to make little salmon cakes for everybody. So. Okay, let me interact with the chat and see what's going on. It's a cuke salad, cucumber. Yeah, kind of a casual day here in the Pacific Northwest. Overcast, rain. We got hit with all kinds of chemtrails past couple weeks. Yeah, salmon patty, salmon cakes. They're kind of like, if you ever had crab cakes in Maryland, there's a Maryland crab cake house that people say is the best place to go for crab cakes. And I've been to the West Coast version of it, but I've never been to the East Coast version. But that's crab cakes are a whole different scene. Salmon is easier. It's coming from Walmart, from Alaska. Oh, toast went up. Perfect. Outstanding. I'm just going to leave it in there, let it dry a little bit. What I'm trying to do is make breadcrumbs. And it's important to use organic food, and you rarely can find organic breadcrumbs. So I found a way of doing it with just bread. 2 pieces of bread shouldn't cost you more than 30 cents, 40 cents. We didn't use, well, two caged eggs we're going to be using versus the free range run around, have fun eggs. These are the tortured eggs from all the animals that were tortured. No, GMO fish sticks are not on the diet. Those are go-to food for when I have a need for comfort food, and I really, I don't want to make a lot, so I'll take 3 sticks out of the freezer of the Atlantic salmon, or excuse me, Atlantic pollock, and throw them in the micro for 30 seconds or less, right out of the freezer. I don't even toast them. And for some reason, they give me some sense of comfort. I don't know why. I just can't quite figure that out. Yeah, but I don't do that a lot, just when I want to have some non-radiated fish. This is Alaskan salmon that was picked in the waters right around about 6 months after Fukushima was released into the Pacific Ocean. So I'm assuming that the Alaskan waters were a little cleaner at this time without the Fukushima, because 2012 is this is probably harvested. In fact, this was probably harvested a year earlier, right around the time Fukushima happened. So I'm fairly sure that this salmon doesn't have any radiation in it. You can see the purple radiation in the water there. Yeah. And you probably thought I was just going to stand here and talk for the whole day. Walmart salmon is very good, yeah. It's a good deal, too, if you're looking for pink salmon. Yeah, I highly recommend it. All right, I'm glad we're talking here. No, a lot of phallic. Yeah, we don't talk about that. Okay, I'm glad I'm reacting to your chat too. Everything's good here. I'm going to cut this onion in half here. So, yes. So I just take a whole onion. It's organic, so I'm not worried about its outer layer here. Cut it in half. Peel it back. There you go. There's 1/2. And then do the same with the other. You can take it from either end, but sometimes you have to take off a second layer just to make sure it doesn't have any kind of weird stuff on it. This particular one, that's the case. I'm just taking it down. The best of the yellow onion. You can use any type of onion, red onion, white onion. I don't believe there's any black onion. Y'all know what I'm talking about. We don't want to be in any way, judgmental here of the onion. These celery sticks here are, I almost got ripped off for these things yesterday. I was at the market. They were supposed to be on sale. It was a whole batch of celery, $2.79. And the lady rang up at $3.99. I said, really? I think it's on sale. And of course, everyone's waiting in line, very courteous. And one of the checkers, or one of the bagging girls went back and checked it, and sure enough, I was right. It was definitely $2.79, not $3.99. So I saved $1.20 right there off the store ripoff plan. Hey, sometimes if you get a little spine on this, it can create a little too much roughage in the burger, or in the cake rather, salmon cake. Yeah, so you want to make sure you get any of the spines off. See that? Pull those spines off. They really are not that wonderful unless you're looking for roughage. And you want everyone to sit there and go, oh, what's this weird stuff in my tooth here that I'm eating? Oh, I don't want that. That doesn't sound very delectable. I don't like eating celery spines, sir. Do you mind? Something like that. One of the reasons why I don't cook for people is they they usually throw food away, and I found that I just like cooking it at my home and making good meals for myself for low cost. So, all right, so I'm going to dice this up pretty fine. Make nice thin lines down the celery. And we're going to do a very tight dice on all of this because when you're eating something that's just cooking on the grill, it's going to have very little time to cook. And I'm not pre-cooking any of this. So it's important to have it really kind of like 1/8 pieces, really kind of finely diced. You know, that toast is still sitting there drying. And I hope, no, Sarah does not cook. She bakes. She's an incredible baker. I'm the cook. She's the baker. I really enjoy cooking, and she really enjoys baking. So, and she still owes me my peanut butter cookies I requested for my birthday. I'm going to remind her about that. We found a recipe of some peanut butter cookies that are like really incredible. We have these jars of peanut butter we got for 25 cents a piece that are actually really quite unedible. But when you put them in a mix, we're going to cut the onions too. When you put them in a mix of peanut butter cookies, they taste incredible. It's like a maple flavoring. And I told her that's what I wanted for my birthday, and she was unable to. Her schedule is so busy. I didn't want to put her through the ringer, so to speak. All right. Nice dice on that onion. And of the other half of onion, I'm just going to use a half of that right now for the salmon cake. I'm going to leave the other half for the Cuke salad, and I'll get to that a little bit later. All right. Put that aside. All these onions go in this container here, along with the celery. All right. Whoops. All right. Hope everyone's having a good day today. That's a lot of onion, yeah. Well, one of the ways I make 5 meals out of this is I stretch it. All right, we're going to pull that salmon out of the container. I think I might hear Sarah coming in the door. Yeah. Wow, lucky us. It's Sarah. I'm here. Looking good, thank you. Okay, now that smells like salmon, all right. That's pre-Fukushima salmon here we're looking at. I normally drain this out, the juices in here, but we're not going to do that. We're going to put it all in the bowl. This is a pre-bowl. What I'm trying to do here is I'm going to go through with my hands and pull out any of the cartilage or whatever. It's actually very unnatural to eat bones when you're eating something like this. So I pull the bones out and throw them in the compost heap. You can see a bone right there. These bones are heavily steamed when they make this pre-cooked salmon. So it's not like it's going to hurt you. Hi, how are you? Yeah, well, you can if you really want to. And just put the salmon in the bowl with the celery and the onions. I'm doing well. It's a pretty nice day. Not too cold, I'll tell you. It's been warming up here, which is nice. Kind of rainy. Yeah. That's a bone. I don't want that. Any bones, you can feel them. You don't want those bones. My mother used to set a can of salmon on the table for dinner, cold salmon, and it was actually pretty good, but she said we had to eat the bones. Like, I don't really want to eat the bones, thank you.
They're good for you.
They're good for you. Don't let food waste.
Those calcium.
Okay, that juice in there is going to be used as well. It is nasty. Yeah, it's nasty stuff. Okay.
I think that.
Oh, no. Really? No, don't eat it. Yeah. Yeah, well, I'll eat that hummus. But
There's a lot of it.
yeah, I'll take care of the hummus.
I just noticed it because somebody else said that they were kind of like realized that they reacted not well to hummus.
Yeah.
But then I realized every time I eat it,
Oh gosh, don't do it. Take some water. You have some water, I think, in your room from last night. I can get you some more water here. Okay, I'm going to make really nice really small cuts in the organic whole wheat 24 grain bread. And I'm replicating breadcrumbs here. So this is something, if you have a container of breadcrumbs in your cupboard, and you can put those in the container as well with the salmon. Okay. All right. I'm going to take this green pepper and dice it up. And that is going on the pan. Once it's all diced. Yeah, I'm going to pre-dice it all. Good. No, there's no salmonella in the dish here. I have not exposed anything to salmonella. It's salmon. It's not salmonella. We're not serving salmonella cakes. I have to laugh. Was that authentic enough? That laugh? Was that, on a scale from 1 to 10, was that authentic? Somebody said my laugh sounded really fake the other day. Well, thank you for loving me, Sophia. Level 6. Oh, no. I used to be told I had an infectious laugh, and now it sounds fake to people. And I'm really getting bummed out about that. Okay. We are going to get to the next stage here, cutting some more, some peppers. You can make them about 1/4 inch, because we're going to put them on the grill. Yeah, we're going to pre-grill these in butter. I know, this sounds like a wild recipe, I know. Yeah, I know, that's what I'm talking about. But what we're talking about really is spreading out a lot of food and making everybody full at the dinner table. And nobody feeling like, oh gosh, gee, I wish you had more, you know? Nobody wants to have a meal and just like, gee, this entree was wonderful. It was only $38, darling. And they only get like 2 pieces of it at a fine restaurant. I used to work near a very, very, very famous restaurant, Spago's. And they called it Spago's West. And I had the unfortunate opportunity of meeting Wolfgang Puck. And it was one of the worst meetings I've ever had with a human being on Earth. I felt like I was from another planet. It was bizarre. This guy looked at me. He walked into this place I was working, and he looked at me, stared at me, and I stared back. I was like, what are you staring at, man? Hey, I'm talking right now. You mind? No updates on Richard Simmons yet. I don't play videos where dog talks, and that's not a funny video, Sophie. It's a stupid video, and I've seen it 4 times. Oh, he was a total whatever you said, misanthropy. I don't want to get into trouble with Mr. Wolfgang, but he said to me, he said, you are a very strange man. I'll never forget it. And I turned around to him and I said, you, sir, are a very strange man. And that's all we ever said to each other. That was it. Okay, whatever. I wish him well. I mean, inheriting his restaurant from his wife had to be really, really fun. You know, after he worked for just a short time as a chef. But no, I mean, inheriting his entire business from his wife sounded like a really good plan. I'm sure it worked out for him. I used to have just mild contact with the people that worked at Spago's West. It was called Chinois on Main. And I don't know if it's still there or not. It might still be there. No, you can't show me any videos right now, Sophie. I'm not in the big room with the brand new computer running Windows 10. I'm in the other laptop room running Windows 8 point whatever, and it's very stable. And we use this laptop. It's a gaming laptop we bought last year, and the other computer we just bought, Windows 10, and it's working pretty well. I'll tell you, it's very fast, but we've had a few glitches with Windows 10's update. We haven't quite worked those out yet.
Oh.
No, it didn't. Believe it or not, it didn't turn the computer off, and it didn't hijack itself and re-update. So we're good. So far, so good. It did download the updates, which will damage the computer for XSplit, but it didn't really hurt them. Okay, I've got one more piece of toast here. Me talking is not getting this done.
I know, but you love
I know. Well, I've got 5 hours talking today. I'm all geared up. Okay. Okay, one more. The whole thing. And I had a question. I was going to suggest that if you want to make 3 eggs, let's go ahead and do that. Let's get a 3rd egg in, because I think this is going to need it with all this bread and everything. Well, it's kind of a pain. I can get it.
I got it.
Okay, Sarah's going to get me another egg. Okay. Now, get a pan going here on the main grill. I'm going to put it on level 3. Actually, I'm going to start it at level 4, which is a medium low. Just one more egg, yeah. I had a feeling I was going to need 3 eggs. I'm going to need 3 eggs. Thank you. So Sarah's been awesome. She's taken a day, come home fairly early. We made it home fairly early. Let's bring this forward and we can show ourselves here in front of the audience of millions of people. Welcome, massive worldwide audience, to Dave's Kitchen and Sarah. She's so wonderful to be here, I'll tell you. And she gives me breaks during the show, and it's very helpful. You know, I do a really long show, and people wonder, how do you do this? Well, without Sarah, I wouldn't be able to do it. She really, and she gives you knowledge, too, with cultural literacy.
Yeah.
She's able to give you a tremendous support when you need it. Yeah, power couple, enjoying America, American couple, having fun in the kitchen. I'm going to get busy, right? I'm going to run out of time, so I would love to stand
What do you
here.
want me to do?
Nothing. No, I'm going to start the burner out level 4, and I'm going to kick it on with some butter.
Sure. How about this? I'll at least move this back there. So
That'll work, yeah. We're going to put a pat of butter in here in the pan. Fairly big because you want to spread out. You can also cook with olive oil. Butter is good because it adds flavor to the inside of your green pepper. I'm pre-cooking the green pepper. That's the one thing I am doing. We'll be adding almost all this butter, so it's a half a pat of butter. You may come in a little over budget. Okay, this mix right here of breadcrumbs, salmon, onions, and celery, I'm going to top it off with a little bit of Parmesan cheese before I start mixing everything up. So just for flavor, about a half teaspoon. All right. Okay. Not getting hot enough. I'm taking it up to level 6. Cover it up. And whenever you're cooking, always bring a kind of a paper towel to the kitchen so you can wipe your fingers off. You know, don't use an old sponge because we all know those things are full of salmonella. You wouldn't want salmonella in your salmon cakes. Sorry. Did that sound like a level 10? I was trying to work on a level 10 for reality. Was it like an 8 when I laughed just now? No. Don't worry about it. You don't have to rate me. You put your sponges in the washer. Well, it's kind of nice because I actually have sponges behind me that I can bring forward. Actually, these are jellyfish. I thought this was a nice theme here. And I'll play my music too, because you know how much you love that. Thank you for that intermission. I'm getting the pan warm right now, so I had to, intermediate my intermission. Yeah, we have things on tap here for you. Exciting things. Yes. Dave's beats are the best. Thank you. It's Dave, not Dwayne. Okay? Get it straight, man. Well, you're ready to puke. I'm making salmon cakes and cuke salad. Not puke salad, man. Yeah. You singe your hair in a frying pan? Did you see that scene in Sopranos where that woman sets fire to her hair? And Tony's like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" And she sets fire to her hair and she has to go into the hospital and he has to go visit her. And he's got this mistress on the side. Yeah, anyway. Okay, we're ready to throw the green pepper in there. Now, it's not quite hot yet. Almost there. That's hot enough. Okay, throw the green pepper in. Got a little sizzle going. Okay, let's pre-cook that green pepper at level 6 in the butter. In the butter, yeah. This is a time you could put some garlic powder on your green pepper. And this will require an herb. You can use onion powder, garlic powder, but I recommend dill weed. Every single fish dinner needs dill weed. Garlic is very good. Want me to take some of my garlic out of here and throw this in too? You know I do, right? Well, I love garlic. I do. I keep it hanging around just to deal with the vampires in my area. So that. Your boss is a dillweed? Okay. I love dillweed because it really it brings out the fish flavor. It's something about dillweed that really enhances fish. And since we're using kind of odd fish, it's kind of, Now, you don't have to use dillweed. You can use Italian seasoning if that's all you have in the cupboard. It's not that big of a deal. Well, let's be clear. When Michelle was making that wonderful crab cake dish for Alefantis, and they were, well, am I allowed to talk about this? You can't report me to the health board. No, I'm cooking for myself, not for people institutionally. And there's no contamination on this board, and I would say there's zero contamination in this kitchen. I have some of the cleanest utensils on earth. You really want me to peel the garlic here? See that? Well, we are going to wait on the little cloves because they're taking too damn long. I'll eat those later for a aftermath. Yeah, well, a lot of you are trying to love the human race. Misanthropy's decided to hate it. He shares a lot of opinions with many people around the world who are beginning to dislike what we become as humans. I'm sure it is. I'm sure your fantasy is shaped that way too, buddy. Okay, here we go. Dicing the garlic, dicing the garlic. We shall go rejoicing. Okay, we're gonna put the garlic in the pan with the green pepper. Give it a shake. Okay, looking good. We're almost there. Rounding the corner on this recorded broadcast. Rising, grounding the garlic, dicing the garlic. We shall go rejoicing, dicing the garlic. Thank you very much. All right. This is the big thing we got to do here. This is like, what are you doing, Dave? I mean, you're going to make something? So I'm going to put the dill weed on top of the breadcrumbs and shake it on top about a half a teaspoon. Put it in there. There you go. Well, remember I had this Italian parsley that I grow in my yard. And, you know, parsley is the easiest thing on earth to grow. I'm going to take a little sprig of this, like that, and use some of it in this dish. Dicing it up. Very fine. And I'm going to put this in the, got a smiley face there for you to look at. Keep you positive. I'm going to put this on top of what I just put, dill weed. That's just a mild amount of Italian parsley. I think I can stand to put a little bit more in there too. Yeah, we're making something for dinner. And there's something very very aromatic about it. Actually adds to the taste of any particular crab cake. The parsley. They do parsley in dressing, like turkey dressing. But, okay. All right. Everything's ready to mix now. Everything's practically done there. I'm going to let those cook a little bit longer, and I'm going to add a little bit of water to the mix. Just put a little bit of water to the bottom, right in that pan like that. Get the essence of that butter and that. Then I'll take a little bit of this, the roux that came out of the salmon, and put that right on top. Okay. We're cooking that up a little bit with the green pepper. All right. I would never hurt an eagle. Never, ever, under any circumstances. That's sick, sir. I have respect for eagles. And that's, by the way, that's a, in case you didn't know, that's a, I believe, a prison sentence if you kill an eagle. And it's a $25,000 fine or something to that nature. Okay. Okay, that's pretty much ready to go into the dish. I'm going to break 3 eggs on top of this right here. 1, 2, 3. All right. Now you can take some sort of a mixing tool and put all that hot green pepper on top. Okay, and you can put that pan right back on the grill and keep it hot because you're going to be using that in just a little bit. Then mix everything up thoroughly. Kind of poking into the yolk and moving it around. Mixing it all up. It's not going to be too hot because all that temperature cools down, but the green peppers are done. They're good, and they're ready to go. All those ingredients are now going to come together into patties, or cakes, if you will. There you go, mixing it all around, perfect. You don't want too wet of a consistency, but you want to make sure that egg makes in there, brings it all together. All right. That was easy. Hey, Aaron Camp, long time no talk. Wow, look at you. There he is, Aaron Camp. He's one of our early supporters back in the 2008 era. Thank you. It's Dave, not Dwayne. Yeah, the breadcrumbs were the 2 pieces of bread. So you can replace 2 pieces of bread with breadcrumbs if you don't really care about GMOs or whatever. Okay, we're going to put some more butter on the base of the pan here. Another pat, fairly large. And we'll let that melt down because we're making a base for the crab cakes. I'm going to wash my hands really well here. Get a platter out for us to put this stuff on. Okay. Wiping them off. All right. And then we are going to take that hot pan, which you can see in the distance. Got the butter in it, see that? Butter's all over the place. Take and make a patty out of this, like that, and put it right on and compress it in like that, just like in the palm of your hand. Put it right on the grill. Okay, same with this. Pressing together like you're praying. Pushing a little moisture out right on that hot grill. Pressing together right on the hot grill. And then we'll do one more. We've got enough for 8 of these things. But I would say each one is perfect for one person. Or 2 people, or two for one, whatever. Rinsing your hands off. You don't want to have any dirt on your hands. Okay. Take the temperature down to level 3. And then slightly move the base of the pan. You don't want them sticking. Pressing them down with the spatula. Okay, like that. Making enough room for the others. Add some more butter. You don't want the pan to burn. But you're getting a really nice glaze. I'm going to put a couple more in there. Right on top of that butter. If they're a little too wet, just push the wetness out. Almost like a meatball. Okay. And I have room for one more. Okay, right on top of that butter. All right. Rinsing this off. There we go. Good. All right, I'm going to cover that up and let it cook on level low. Turn the temperature down to low. All right. Now, if you can fit them all in the pan, go for it. But if you can't, don't worry about it. All righty. This is really good stuff. It's pre-Fukushima salmon. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that, man. Pre-Fukushima, post-Valdez, pre-Fukushima. Yeah. All right, you want to have a clean bowl, so I'm going to wipe this down really nice, make sure it's nice and clean. No, it's a triple wide. Yeah. I love living in modular homes. It's fantastic. This is not unintentional comedy. No. I'm a highly skilled broadcaster who's been doing this for about 30 years. People say I'm the funniest person alive. This is not some haphazard show. I mean, this is a really well-developed theme that I've created. Salmon cakes and Cuke salad, okay? Sarah should do a baking show, I agree. All right, this next phase is going to require a finely diced piece of onion. Now, if you're really particular, you want to wipe your breadboard off with a nice clean wet paper towel. That's pretty good. And then you can slice and dice this stuff. I want a really, really fine dice. I'm going to shave it off really fine, like 1/8 of an inch or less. Shaving it down. Okay, once I get it down, I'm going to then re-dice it over and over again until I get a really fine dice of onion. Because otherwise it'll be a little too harsh in the Cuke salad. We're making a Cuke salad right now while that's cooking. Yeah. You know, whatever you have in the base of that other dish, once you're done making your cake, you can have a veritable one final cake with that last amount that you have. Yeah, I'm re-dicing everything really fine. And we're going to put it in the glass container. All right. Now we've got a beautiful cuke, an English cucumber here. About 8 inches long. And yeah, it's not that big. It's you know, it's like half of a long, really long one. All right. So don't fixate on that, please. And then we're going from there to a really nice dice, all the way down. Just cut it right down the middle. And hopefully you don't have any seeds. This is seedless, so it's pretty good. When they say seedless, they don't always guarantee no seeds, but if you see any seeds, you can pull them out if you're not into seeds. I don't know. That's a little bit of seed there. Hardly noticeable, though. I'm going to pull it out. And then go down again and cut them again. You're shooting for about 1/4 inch in width. And I use the green hull of the cucumber. This particular cucumber is very, very well raised. English cucumbers are fantastic. I'm going to make it with the hull of the cucumber in it. I'm not going to peel it. And it adds roughage. As long as you wash it off, you're good. So you want to slice that down about 1/4 inch thick. There you go. 15 minutes. Good. All right, I'm going to put that in the glass dish. Remember, you are cooking on low, not anything high. The temperature is low. So I want to make sure that's low there. Otherwise, don't take the cover off. We're steam frying them slowly. All right. No, I did not go to the, no, that's not true. Okay, we're having another step here, which is, if you happen to be lucky enough to have a grocery store that has some tzatziki. This stuff is great. But you don't have to have this. You could go get a container of tartar sauce. That works too. I happen to use mayonnaise, and this is a new product by Hellmann's. It's carefully crafted, non-GMO soy-based mayonnaise. So there's no GMOs in it. The soybeans are non-GMO. And I like to get yogurt too. Yogurt's really good in a. You can make a classic cucumber salad with yogurt and mayonnaise. So I use some Nancy's plain non-fat yogurt. Really good stuff. So we're going to take a combination of everything here and kind of mix it together. We'll start with the tahini. Now you can get the cucumber taste by just using dill and pickle. I'm just going to pour a little bit of this on top of here. I have to use some of it anyway, but it has pickles, and the rest of that can be turned into a nice dip. So I'm probably going to extend that out with some yogurt. In fact, I could do that right now. Now that's pushing me a limit. I'll do that another time. So you would take an even mix of mayonnaise and yogurt. So we'll do 1 tablespoon per. 1, 2, 3 heaping tablespoons of yogurt, or rather mayonnaise, and then 3 tablespoons heaping of yogurt, whichever order you do that. All right, and then just take it and add dill weed to the top of it. And you can also put pickles in at this point. But that tahini had some pickles in it. But if you do the pickles, I'll show you how to do the pickles. In case you didn't know, pickles are ostensibly pickling cucumbers that have been sitting in vinegar for years. So you want to dice those really, really fine. So I'm going to slice them lengthwise, and then I'm going to dice them. Add a little bit more flavor. Pickles really add the dill flavor, especially dill pickles. Now you can make this with gherkins and sweet gherkins. I've seen it done with gherkins. It's just not the same as dill. So I would recommend getting a dill pickle in there in your cucumber salad. But people go in the sweet direction. I just don't like it. It's just not my thing. If you use Miracle Whip, that would kind of be a sweet taste. I don't recommend it. All right. How's that? Okay, so we have a beautiful cucumber salad here. I'm just mixing up. Mix it up on cam. And the thing about this is it's only good for about 2 days. You want to eat it up in 2 days. So I'll be serving this on a bed of lettuce. And it's fantastic when it's served with the salmon cakes. Okay, I'm ready to lift up the cover on this thing and kind of go under it with a spatula and just scoot underneath it. You can flip them over at this point. Just right over on top of themselves. Beautiful. Nice, perfect. I pulled it out just right. Perfect timing. Okay. And the final one. There we go. Okay, I'm going to let that set up some more on low. And I have enough to put in the bottom of that container and just make a nice flat one at the very end. But we definitely have 5 meals here. even if you have 2 cakes apiece and some cucumber salad. So I'll do the full reveal here for everybody, but you can serve these up on small plates or, fantastic. The garnish of the cucumber salad, which doesn't need any more seasoning than I just put in there. The garnish with that, the salmon cakes next to it, just looks like a really nice meal. And it's really delicious, yeah. And when you eat salmon, you want to have tartar sauce, so the cucumber salad adds that tartar sauce flavor. Yeah, like a cuke ambrosia. Genius. Thank you. You can add anything else to the cucumbers as well. I've never really done anything with peas, but you can add some green peas to this. So if you are feeling really, really fancy and you really want to make something, kind of pump, like push it to the next level, just take a little green peas from the frozen section, like that. Doesn't have to be a lot. And just add some filtered water to it. And then zap it in the microwave for about a minute or 2. And I'm not going to do that right now. Actually, I'm going to go in the other room and zap it in the microwave. I'll be right back. So this makes an incredible, if you really want to add a dimension to the cucumber salad, the green peas work really well. They really do. I have another kitchen in the other room. I have many kitchens. I have many rooms in my mansion. My mansion has many houses. My houses have many mansions. Well, look, I'm going to do whatever I want to do, okay? You can't tell me what's good and what's not, but peas do work. All right, thank you so much. All right, we're going to be closing down on this broadcast and opening up the other one, ready to start our show in about 3 minutes. So you get the drift. I'm going to give you a look-see and show you what it looks like. This can cook on the grill for another 15, 20 minutes, and you can serve each hotcake with the cucumber salad. The defined hotcakes, they're all individually in there. They're basically an individual bunch that you just scoop right out and they're ready to go. Isn't that great? Kind of like take a spatula and just pull it right out and set it on a plate and garnish it with the cucumber salad, which I will put a top on right now. All right. Very good. Really, really good. So we saved some of the butter. We didn't need all the butter. All right, this concludes another recorded broadcast of Dave's Garden Kitchen. And this is the part of my betta fish that I'm kind of freaking out about. He likes to sit at the bottom and just look at me. And I'm not sure, we've done everything we can to help make his environment more friendly, but I hope he makes it. I'll keep you posted. Yeah, we even clean the algae out and everything. I did clean it, but he seems a little depressed. I don't know what, maybe next week he might not make it. I don't know. It's like he wants a woman in his life. I fed the fish earlier. I don't want to overfeed the fish. You can give him constipation, and that's not good either. Okay, I got to sign off of this and get in the other room. I will sign off, and you can watch this recorded broadcast into perpetuity. I'm David Spahn. I'm signing good night, and I'll be right back with my regular show.